First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now back to throw. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen.
Well, this defense for the Commanders much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
An early test. 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll set up to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It's taken to the 26. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
Now a first carry here for Robinson. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. There to stop him was Carlton Davis. That time on the outside, pretty nice job as a cornerback to shed any would-be blockers and make the tackle.
Think about the praise we're giving him, what his coaches have given, but how about the respect he gets from his teammates to be a complete corner who doesn't just cover receivers, but also tackles ball carriers.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
And they'll run it. This is James Robinson.
The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, Weston.
And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Facing a 2nd and 3. Ball on the 10. And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
1st and goal from the 6. They'll run here with Pierce.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Washington defense.
They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Another carry for Pierce.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try and throw it.
Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Bucs take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that as he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Looking to throw. Weston. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Weston buying time, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Joe Tryon-Shoyinka showcasing the pass rush.
And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This is intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it.
And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the 2nd time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
1st and 10, it's Pierce.
Able to avoid him at the 40. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Good. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. They find some open field here. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
The tackle made at the 12-yard line. It's the pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Ready?
Here's a 2nd and 7. Over the middle, complete. It's Pierce.
And the Buccaneers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Here's Pierce. He is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
2nd and 6. And to the right side here, it's Allen. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. From the 3 now, here they come on 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by Jamin Davis.
And now look at him go. The 40, 20, 10.
And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets him on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick 6.
And I know from experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick 6s and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll drop to throw. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route. And he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted.
And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
He completes this one to Terry McLaurin.
Touchdown, Washington.
Terry McLaurin, his first touchdown of the new season.
And the Commanders have taken the lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that makes the score 14-7.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They're going to look to throw.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. Back to throw here. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Pierce will try to pick it up.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7.
He needed a yard. That's exactly what he got. Earns him a new set of downs. They'll set up a throw. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds.
Can you do any more work or make it more dramatic for not much gain than what we just saw there? Did you see how his toes got down? Tip-tap, got him down. But what did he get out of it?
He sold the sizzle. He just had no steak.
I mean, was it 1 yard?
Yeah, plays like that, you at least expect a first down. They're just 1 yard. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Basically, you're not going to outwork two guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else with the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
He'll drop to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Miller in motion right. Fournette, a first down carry. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. So he makes the catch, getting settled in here after being on the free agent wire. And so many people are just saying, how is he on the free agent wire?
Well, we know it can't just be talent, right? There's a reason why no one picked him up the entire offseason and into the season. So it had to be other reasons. But if they get those things figured out, they've got a big-time performer.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. He'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Back to throw again. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
Garabay's kick is good.
And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, no kneeling for them. They decided they weren't going to run out the clock. They decided to take their shot downfield, hoping to either make a connection or a pass interference call. They wanted more points to put on the board.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Looking to throw. Weston. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And the Buccaneers are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively offensive.
Pierce has it knocked loose, and it's Washington that scoops it up.
And he's got room. And he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown. Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half.
And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. Takes it at the 7. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Robinson with another carry.
And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Robinson will try to pick it up.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
A good gain on 1st has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Out of the shotgun, Breida. And some room to maneuver. Touchdown, Washington. Matt Breida, his first rushing touchdown of the year, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead is up to 18 now.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Zach Ertz has it complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. And right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Fournette running out of the gun. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
They'll swing this out to Fournette. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Oh, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be fourth down.
Sometimes it's just not your day. Here's another failure right there on third down.
On for the field goal try, Jonathan Garibay.
From the left hash, this from 34. The right upright, but goes in anyway. Oh, friendly bounce there that could have gone either way easily, but he gets it to go. And that'll get the deficit down to 15. So he needed a little assist from his friend, the right upright, but 3 points all the same.
Yeah, he's a right-footed kicker. Normally, you don't mess with the right upright as a right-footed kicker, right? You're trying to bring it back right to left. But in this case, he got the assist. Right was right.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Give left side for Pierce.
And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right here.
And Pierce gets it again on second down.
And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Keenan Allen with career touchdown number 60.
And the Buccaneers take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point up and good by Garibay.
And this is back to an 8-point game.
Commanders 28, Buccaneers 20.
So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse.
And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow.
And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold or did they rough the quarterback?
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Robinson up the middle. Donovan Wilson that time there on the tackle.
And when the defense wins and gives up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
In the third quarter here in D.C., a 2nd and 10 upcoming. 2nd down and a run by Robinson.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
Brian Robinson Jr.
A 13-yard touchdown run.
And the Commanders will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead is up to 15 now.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Commanders 35.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Going up top for Miller. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Chris Godwin.
His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
And the Bucs are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point up and good by Garibay.
As this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away.
It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st down's a must.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football.
And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Up the gut, Fournette.
Taken down at the 30.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
7 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
46 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
1st and goal. A touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
Here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
He'll look to throw. And it's caught. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown.
Leonard Fournette
A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Bucs have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. So part 1 of what they needed is done. They get in the end zone. Now you have to imagine we'll see a try for 2.
And that's what the book says, but defensively, they can't hang their head right here. They've still got a chance to come out with the lead if they make a play.
So a big play coming now for the Bucs as they'll go for 2. They'll try and run it in. But he is not going to make it. It's a big play by the defense, and they're going to hold on to their 2-point lead. And the failure to convert and tie the game, now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
From way up at the 23.
Washington will take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Back to Robinson now on first down.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
So when your team leading in the 4th quarter, you know you've got to run the football. They know you've got to run the football. Sometimes that means there's nowhere to run the football.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Operating from the gun, Weston. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes.
Joe Tryon able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw. Weston.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Taken in at the 11. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. For Keenan Allen, that's complete. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. So the completion good for 7 there. And that will bring up 2nd down. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Inside handoff now to Fournette. And he is met quickly in the back. Like a lawn chair.
it's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by Jamin Davis, and the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Again, it's Robinson. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football, and we just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There's absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
69 yards on the ground for him so far.
And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
On 3rd down, Robinson.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
So it's Washington getting the victory here.